This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, J Hood's in the building.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, man. Got the new vlog series popping, Tales from the Hood vlog series on my page right now. Go check them out. I got like 12 episodes loaded up right now that's already on my page. So go check all of them out. You dig? Smash that like button.
Yes, sir. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We're talking about 50 Cent, the game. The game got on Fat Joe show and said, yo, I'm sick of people telling me that 50 Cent put me on. He did not put me on. I was already hot in L.A. He did not put me on. If I had signed with Terror Squad or anybody else, I still would have been the game.
You might have been the game, but you wouldn't have been the game that we know.
Exactly. You wouldn't have been 4 times platinum first album out the gate game.
This is how we do game. You wouldn't have been that game.
Nah. Wouldn't have been, what's the other one? What's Hater to Love It?
Hater to Love It, yeah.
How about this? Hater to Love It, 50 Cent put you on.
Yeah, I mean, he gave him a couple hits, man, like undeniable hits that he could have kept for himself. Because look, imagine if 50 would have kept those two songs.
Yeah.
His album.
Yeah.
How bigger his album would have been if he would have kept those songs.
Yeah, because The Massacre was his second album, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So it's like, and he needed those for that because I can't with. I mean, Candy Shop was like, it was cool. Was Candy Shop first album or second album? I can't remember.
Nah, that was first. I mean, that was second. Excuse me.
Okay, so. Oh yeah, it was. What was the other one on there?
I can't even remember. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like, if he would have kept those songs though,
they would have gone.
Yeah, he didn't have to get that man them songs. You feel me?
Nah.
Like,
so here's the thing: the game was.
I'm not gonna say he put him on.
He did. I'm gonna tell you why he put him on, because the game was signed to Dr. Dre, right?
Right.
So you're signed to Dr. Dre. Interscope's about to drop you anyways. It doesn't matter you're signed to Dr. Dre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does 50 Cent ever say that Eminem and Dr. Dre didn't put him on? He was hot in New York. He always gives them full credit, right?
Yeah.
He said, if it wasn't for Eminem and Dre, there wouldn't be so much hype around me at that time, and I wouldn't have been as big as I was.
But what you have to keep in mind also, don't get me wrong, 50 was big on the underground level. But as soon as he signed that major deal with Shady and Aftermath, that's when it took off. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
50 gave him that cosign, and he put him in a position where he couldn't lose. You know what I'm saying? Because
it was the same situation.
He let you ride off the hype, and he gave you them songs.
It was the same exact situation, man. The game, I hadn't really heard of him before that. The first time I heard of him was on a Wu Kid tape, G-Unit Wu Kid tape. Okay, and like Dr. Dre.
The only difference is he was already signed to Dre, even though he was on the shelf, but he was signed to Dre already.
Okay, yeah, and that wasn't enough. Dre realized, okay, this isn't enough, right? So and Jimmy Iovine wanted to drop the game, right? Because it was like, this ain't working, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, Dr. Dre asked for a favor for 50 Cent to, put him on G-Unit. He did, and it worked out of here because 50 Cent already unselfishly put on Young Buck, Tony Yayo, and Lloyd Banks after his first album. He came out with the G-Unit album.
Right.
Then the game came along. While he's working on his album, The Massacre, he's working on the game's album.
Don't get me wrong. Him putting the game out, it did something for him also, though. You know what I mean? 50, but he was already in a place where
it's just another thing of success.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but game benefited more than 50 did from that.
Way more. You got 4 times platinum album. Then you decide to beef with the man that just put you on.
Yep.
So it's the most disloyal move I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I can't ever, as much as I like the game's music, when I think about that kind of stuff, the respect isn't there because it's like, dude, you're from the streets, right? But you have no morals or principles.
The code, yeah.
You have nothing. You have nothing. You don't care. Yeah. If somebody does something for you, it doesn't matter.
Right. Even if in your heart you really don't feel like he put you on. Let's say that really was the case. You know what I'm saying? If he really, really felt that way, you still have to show some type of form of appreciation due to the fact that he put you in position to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
Don't
did
beef with him.
for you, man.
Right. Lloyd Banks has a problem with 50 Cent. It's obvious, but he doesn't say nothing.
Right.
Lloyd Banks does not like 50 Cent.
I mean, I don't know, but yeah,
It's
you're right.
obvious, bro. Come on. It's super obvious. They just, at one point, they didn't click anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe
It's fine. I mean, Lloyd Banks isn't down, like, around them anymore or anything, and he's happy. He's a lot happier. Salute to Lloyd Banks. But you know what I respect about Lloyd Banks? He has morals and principles. He's not going out here dissing 50 and all this other stuff.
right.
He has a couple, like, jabs here and there about just not being happy over there, you know?
Yeah, 50,
Like,
50 threw a couple jabs at him as well.
yeah, so he threw a couple back, but that was it. It was nothing crazy. He didn't go on a campaign, you know. It was,
And you know, those two came up around each other anyway, so that situation was a little different. And he really, really, really put them on. You know what I mean? You know, Game, you could just tell by some of the stuff that he said like a long time ago, as far as him not being like one of 50's yes man, and you know what I mean? Like he his own person. Like he wanted to be just as big as 50, and in his eyes, he was.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
but he
Even,
wasn't.
even though we don't look at him like that, you can't tell him he ain't as big as 50.
Well, yeah, because he with 50, when you said it was as big, it was good for 52. 50 put a dude on from a whole different coast.
Right. So the demographic change was like,
Yeah,
now you got the West Coast, which
but you know, for Game, he was the biggest thing in the West Coast at that point, right? Because and so he had a whole coast behind him. He felt a little, you know,
he that dude at that
that
time.
dude, yeah. So I don't know, man. It's corny, but anyways, I would have to say, hate it or love it, 50 put you on, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with that. Because those two
Now,
are major.
tell them about your YouTube channel real quick.
Yeah, man. Listen, once again, I need everybody to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right, I got this dope vlog series popping right now, entitled "Tales from the Hood" vlog series, where I'm speaking about untold hip hop stories that I've experienced during my 20-year time in the game, on the underground, whatever you want to call it. The stories are definitely interesting. You never heard these stories before, and trust me when I tell you, they're stories that you're going to want to hear about because no one ever spoke about them. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. The link should be below. Check me out. Go stream or download my new project, as well as the Pesci trilogies. And until next time, man, smash that like button and do what you do.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll check you on the next one.